Mitchells vs. the Machines, a new Netflix animated movie about a quirky, dysfunctional family in the middle of a robot apocalypse who become the world's last hope. This Netflix movie was made by Sony Animations and it's got an all-star cast, including Olivia Colman, Fred Armisen, Danny McBride, Eric Andre, Maya Rudolph, Conan O'Brien, Jay Pharoh, Chrissy Teigen, and even John Legend. An all-star cast, to say the least. So the movie has some good pedigree behind it. Apart from the stellar cast, it's also got people who made the Lego movie and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and it's a Sony animated movie picture film. So some very good pedigree behind it right there. And it really shows throughout the movie. The movie's very strong in a lot of elements. And the animation within the movie, it was unique, it was different than, say, Pixar. It was certainly better than the likes of Bigfoot Family, the most recent Netflix animated movie. The movie's certainly quirky. One thing it reminded me a lot in elements was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's got kind of those elements where we see like video game type of cutaways and special effects coming in. And it's about a family that, you know, have their problems like most families, but have to come together and overcome their obstacles to save the world. We got some interesting robots in there.
Brother, we should go.
No, I order you to stop.
Okay. We are just stopping because we chose to.
No, we're not.
We are humans.
We are.
For example, we consume food in the traditional human manner. Observe.
And even the attack of a giant Furby, because that one really spoke to me, because even in the 90s, I was terrified of Furbies when I was a kid. I was just absolutely terrified of them. I was fully sure they were going to eat my face when I was sleeping, so I never got one. Terrifying. Yeah, but Furby makes a comeback in this movie, which is kind of weird. This movie is definitely a dig at Apple, because it's Apple. PAL is the bad guy in this one. It's clearly Apple. They make phones with a smart assistant on it, and the developer throws away his phone and releases the newest project, which is these robots which will do your cleaning and everything for you. But the phone, the sentience on the phone, takes umbrage with this, and she decides to take over the robots, leading to the robot apocalypse. They're gonna exterminate the human race, shoot them out into space. It's a good idea. But one family gets left behind. That's the Mitchells, and they have to save the day, despite not really having anything special about them. Luckily, they find two dysfunctional robots who teach them about the kill code, which can end the robot apocalypse. So they now have to go and upload that code and save the world. The movie has a lot of very good comedy in it, some real laugh out loud moments in it, as you would expect from the cast that it has. The story is different from some of the stuff we've seen before. It's not like a mind-blowing story, but for the most part it's pretty good and pretty enjoyable. It does lag a little bit in the middle. The movie probably could have been like 20 to 30 minutes shorter, but overall it's a very enjoyable movie. It takes them a little while to get into the full action of the movie, but once it gets going, there's a lot of fun to be had with this movie. As I said, unique animation style, the story's pretty good, the cast is pretty damn strong. The Mitchells vs. the Machines, I'd highly recommend checking it out on Netflix if you get the chance. At the time of recording, the movie comes out today, so I would highly recommend checking it out on Netflix. And I'm gonna go out there with a bold claim that this is the best animated movie I've watched in 2021. But then again, I haven't watched too many other than Bigfoot Family. I think I watched Chicken Little at some point this year for some reason. You know, the bar's not super high. It's definitely not on Pixar's level yet, which all animated films are going to be compared to in recent years, but it was a very enjoyable movie. I'd say it's possibly better than Raya and the Last Dragon, which is the most recent Disney movie. Now, I've said it's better than Raya and the Last Dragon. Looking back on my review, I gave Raya and the Last Dragon a 7 out of 10. I don't know what I was smoking that day, because that's insane. It was probably like a 5, maybe a 6 out of 10 movie, really. But as I've mentioned, Mitchells and Machines was better than Raya and the Last Dragon. I gave Raya and the Last Dragon a 7 out of 10, because I don't know what was happening that day. As I say, it should have been a 5 or a 6. So in relation to Raya and the Last Dragon, I would give Mitchells and the Machines a 7.5 out of 10, which also seems high for this movie. I would say it's actually a 6.5 out of 10. But because I gave Raya and the Last Dragon 7 out of 10, Mitchells vs. the Machines gets a 7.5 out of 10. Very generous there. Really gonna have to review some of those movies again, because I got that one wrong. Mitchells vs. the Machines, one of the best animated movies of 2021 so far. I can't wait to see what comes next from Sony Animation. And I definitely want to know your opinions on the Mitchells vs. the Machines. Let me know all about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you checked out one of the other videos on our channel. Should have a video for you right over here to check out. And with all that said and done, thank you so much for watching.